Good. Hey guys.
Go ahead, guys.
You guys ready? Okay, good to see you guys. Yep. Every rookie, the first thing before you can be special, before you can be a playmaker, is to make sure you got that football. I don't know if you saw that. We were working distraction, catching in traffic. Every young returner that can make big plays, got to get that football first. So we're going to start building with the foundation, ground up. Awesome kid. Really excited with the progression he's made through our eighth practice today.
I was noticing you over here, you had your corner, you had your fair, Tommy, the slow snap, and everybody. How much of that, that you just got to sort of pace them, getting them ready for the season, trying to get the work in, doing the regular part and building up to that?
Yeah, that's a constant conversation. It's a great question. Just about how you progress pitchers and, guys who are a repeat motion athlete, golfers, like when do you want to peak? When do you want to be ready to go? Like that's a constant conversation that really is a plan from, since I've been here, but every year there's tweaks. It's a constant effort. So what we've done to this point is, we tried to uptick Fairbairn's volume, specifically him, just as he's getting to this point of his career, like he's a kicker and knows how to do his job and knows how to do it well. We want him to be optimal and to peak at the right time and really build that season along the way. So at this point of training camp, it's a little bit different kind of mechanics on how that looks. And all those guys, especially on these side fields, trying to work quietly and privately, they've done a really nice job of nobody knows their body better than the specialists themselves. So they've done an excellent job, in my opinion, of working with each other and communicating how that's going to look. Different progressions of field punts to the middle of the field punts to the backed up and working operations for Tommy, breaking in a new long snapper altogether. Like those guys have been integral. So I know a little wordy, but the passion that those guys are working with, very proud of and excited for our team for this year because of that fact.
Up to this point, have you seen from Woody like potential in covering kicks and stuff? I know Dari's been a big part of it, but does it seem like Woody Marks is someone that you can work with on special teams?
Yeah.
Coverage and stuff?
Yeah, and Landry, to your question, it's like a lot of guys, superstar college players, they don't necessarily cross train. So this is their first run at it when you get to the league because, there's only 48, on game day and you got to do something. So, hey man, I'm Frank, I'm special teams coach. When's the last time you made a tackle? And that's how the conversation starts. He is agile, he's explosive, he's done a good job. He's probably one of the guys that has to do the most learning curve training. Returner, punt protection, tackling, leverage. Of course, like some of it may translate like a running back in pass pro inside out, holding this lever point. Like it should and could translate, but you have to make sure he's on it. He's done a good job, and he has a long way to go. And anybody that's new to something foreign to them, they got to go to work. So he's a good example of that. Go ahead.
How difficult is it?
Start over again.
You mentioned pump protection. How difficult is it on some of those specific positions on pump protection to earn that trust to the level where in a game situation you would feel good putting that guy out there?
Man, that's a short list. Earn the trust. That's a short list. That's a badge of honor unit. We've had one, and it costs you. It costs you a game. So if you're going to be on that unit, you're one of the best players on the football team, in my opinion. And that is so critical. Everybody has a different natural feel for, playing backwards. Some guys don't play backwards on the football field. That's their first go at it. Getting kick sliding backwards. Most people play downhill. Fullbacks, I've got to go downhill. Now I got to be calm and reset and rework hands. And then communication, long snappers, they don't protect in college. The first thing you got to do is you got to block a D lineman in the A gap. So we got to learn how to snap and get backwards. To answer the question, in my opinion, it's difficult. Some guys make it look easy. I'm proud of where we are to this point. And that work won't ever stop. Oh, go ahead. We'll come right to you. Go ahead.
You have to do, when you talk about the players and what you're looking at them, as a coordinator, how do you go and say, what else can I work on? What can I get? What's that process?
Man, that's a long list because I like to be a high energy guy and I'd like to work with every single position, but we've done a good job of, tasking other coaches to help out. Like the returner coaches always returner coaches, but somebody's working with the DBs on our line of scrimmage play today. We had our safeties coach repping with the interior block circuit today. Like, there's a bunch to do, and come season time, it's hard to brush your teeth on every little refined skill set. But just blocking my one singular man block matchup, that's all that matters on Sunday, week 8. You might not practice the intricacies of how to get that done. So you gotta, get that assembly line working. And man, I try and motor mouth those meetings, but you gotta focus. Maybe it's quarterly, maybe it's once every week, depending on what the focus is. So I personally believe that's part of the art of coaching, is when to hit touch points, when to refresh, touch up on them, and it's all going to start with somebody who's willing to work. So we've got a really good room that are all asking and willing to work so far.
You've already talked about one Jalen, but the other Jalen Smith, the guy that has experience playing on special teams for his time in USC, how impressive you've been with him?
Yeah, Jalen, that was the thing that excited me the most when we acquired him and drafted him was, the way a DB, blocking is not necessarily something that flashes on college tape a lot. He's long arm running guys past the punt returner, at a pretty high clip. He's forcing fair catches. So for us to get him here, train him in our fundamentals, he's done a great job of being excited and working, meshing into the room really, really well. But no different than the point I made earlier, like the work's never going to stop. And he's got a high learning curve because, man, maybe it's me, I get geeked up about it, but how fun is it when there's a bunch of smack talk is the word I'm trying to stay clean on. A bunch of smack talk when it's Gunner versus the double vice in the preseason, and you're on their bench, and the whole bench is yelling at you like you're about to get clamped up. Like, you need some bite. And we got to see that from the young guys, and that's part of the learning curve that knows about how competitive that down is, and that's a 45-yard field position swing. The team needs it. So excited for where he's at. It's good. Good to see you guys.